Kaymade-tech here again. How you doing all? So what we're going to do today is to take a look at hashing, creating our own hashes. So we could create our hashes and dump in a file, or we could make a file a hash. Okay, so that's what we're going to be looking at today. In our last video, we retrieve hashes from a Windows 7 virtual machine. Then we transferred it to our Kali Linux machine using FTP, that's File Transfer Protocol, port 21. And when we transferred it, we pulled out the hashes from the file and we cracked the hashes to provide a password. If you are a little confused about all I've said, I will recommend you watch my last couple of videos. You should see it there. So, but today, and, and by the way, we used two offline password cracking tool to retrieve the credentials, the password in plain text. So the password cracking tool, the offline password cracking tool we used is called Hashcat and John the Ripper. I have videos on that, on how we were able to retrieve this. Go and take a look at my video and you can come and join us here on how to create hashes. All right, without further ado, I have my Parrot virtual machine up and running. So what we need to understand is that we have various hash mode. We have the MD5, we have the SHA1, SHA256, SHA512. There's a lot. So one way you can check this out. So let's assume we go to Hashcat and help. So you see lot of them. Faster. So you see we have various modes, hash modes, and it's numbered. Hash mode. We have MD4, MD5, SH, SHA1, SHA2, 4, SHA2, 5, 6, and it goes on. The list is long, much. We have different MD5, TF, 16LE, and you see here on this side it says raw hash salt. So the first one we saw was raw hash. Gives us various categories. So I mean, not to dwell on that, I'm just trying to let you know that we have various types of hashes. And in our last video, the hash we retrieved and cracked is called the NTLM. It's an operating system. The category is operating system. All right. Second, so this is this. This gives you an idea of the types of mode of the hash. All right, so let's clear this. So for the business of today, we intend to create our hashes. So the first thing we're going to use echo n. The n flag ensures there is no new line after the MD5 sum. Okay, let me write it out, then I can explain the various flags. So passwords. I'm going to create flags for passwords. First password we have is 5. X. So let me quickly, briefly explain the coded.txt is creating a new file. All right. So n is the flag that ensures that there is no new line at the end of the MD5 sum. So the password in there is the word that is going to be hashed with MD5 sum. Cut D is just basically telling us that it's going to cut out the output from the MD5 sum. That's the hash. And there's the D there stands for a delimiter. You understand? So it creates that space. And the minus F1 extracts the first field. So we don't have everything lumped up together. So once we click enter, it has gone ahead to create a hash for password. But we want to go ahead and create like 5 hash for different word in the same file. Okay, so we'll just do the same thing, and here we'll change this to the @ symbol and press enter. So it has created a separate hash. We're going to do the same thing, and the word, the O, will change it to 0. So it does create another hash. So this we have 4. Okay, we'll do one more, and this time the S, we're going to change it to the $sign. Awesome. So we now have 4 various hashes from 4 words, 4 different ways to write password. So what we can do now is do cat coded.text. All right, so you can see that because the words are different, we have different output. Okay, so this one way to do this. All right, let's clear this. So I'm going to show you another way to do something similar, but this time we're going to have different hash mode. Okay, let's clear this. So let's do ls to be sure. So we only have coded.text and shadow.text. Clear this out. So we're going to do the same thing now, but this time we're going to use different modes. So let's pick, we're going to use the same word for each, but it's going to be different output because the modes will be different, right? So for this one, let's look for a word. Okay, echo. And for the first mode we'll be using is the MD5. So what name do we give this new file? If you remember in that, when we did ls, we had just 2 files. That's the coded.txt and shadow.txt. So let's give this a new .txt um, hash. .txt. Okay, so now the next step, we're going to just change the mode, but the word will remain the same. And you will see the output SHA1, SHA56, 52. So let's do ls to confirm that we have that hash dot txt. All right, as you can see, we now have it. Let's do cat to see what's in it. All right, so as you can see, we have 4 hashes. This is 1 here. This is 2. So this most likely being the first is the MD5. The second is the SHA1, SHA1, SHA256. And the last is SHA512, which is this. All right, so now we know how to make hashes into a file. Okay, so the next thing we need to look at is how do we make a file a hash? So that's kind of simple. So let's create a file first. Touch example.txt. Let's find out that is there. So we see that we have example.txt. So now we're going to create a hash with that. So we just do md5 sum example.txt. All right, so that is the hash for example.txt. So we have made the file a hash. The first things we did, we put hashes into a file. But now, if this particular one, the file is the hash. Because if you do cat example, it should be empty. There's nothing in it. But the file itself has a hash. All right. Well, that will be the end of this video. Hopefully in our next video, we should look for doing same with our windows. Okay, we should be able to create files for hashes into a file and also to make a file a hash. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next.